Welcome back to SHIB Planet, everyone. This is Ace. As you have probably heard, today we have wonderful news that Certik has finally released the final audit report, and you guessed it, Shiba Swap has scored a fantastic score, which we're going to go through together. I haven't really prepared anything for this video. I'm just going to take a look at the audit report with everyone, and we're going to make some comparisons. And after that, we are going to do a few simulations as usual, and with our Shiba Inu system ecosystem tokens, most probably the bone one. Okay, without further ado, let's head over to the Certik website. Now, for those of you who don't know, Certik is the organization which audits blockchain-based products such as tokens and swaps. They're kind of a big deal. And it was a good move for the Shiba Inu development team to request an audit by this group, as this score will solidify our authenticity and legitimacy in the public eye. Now, have a look at what we scored. We scored a security score of 92, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, that is a top grade, and we are ranked up there with very large blockchain protocols such as PancakeSwap and Aave. I'll show you the rankings just now. And if we scroll down to the next section, it shows that this is part of the audit criteria. There's a 6 criteria which we're scored against, and we're scoring in the green for all of them, and we're actually doing phenomenally well for this one here. This is the safety assessment, and we scored an 87, which is very high, and I'll show you that when we do some comparisons with some of the other ones after. Now, just for context, this is fantastic. We'll also do a quick comparison against some of the other projects which are currently listed here. And just in this bottom section, Certik gives an assessment and analysis. This is what they call a sentiment analysis score, and we've scored a whopping 94%. Now, just for context, the current #1 project has also an identical score of 94% from what they got as a sentiment analysis. And that's pretty cool. So let's quickly head over to the leaderboard. Now, if you scroll here, you'll see that the #1 project has an overall score of 92 in the last 24 hours, and we have come within the top 30. All of these are top projects which are ranked really high, and we've come in ranked here at number 15, and we're just doing very well at this stage. And we're even, have a look at this, we're even rated higher than Polygon, which in my opinion is amazing. Those of you guys who know, Polygon is a really big blockchain project with lots of potential. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this is exactly what some of the larger centralized exchanges have been waiting for in order to validate the Shiba Inu token, in order to validate, listing it. And of course, I'm talking in particular about Coinbase and Robinhood and eToro. And in my opinion, this is a really big deal, guys, that we are ranked amongst the top 30, amongst the big players, such as the ones which you're seeing here. Have a look here. We've got Binance, Tether. Those are really big projects. Okay, let's do a quick comparison. Let me scroll up to the #1 project, which is PancakeSwap. And they've been sitting consistently at #1 for a while now. So let's have a look at both of them in parallel. So if I click into PancakeSwap, as you can see, they've had a security score of above 90. If you look at their trend, and they've been sitting there consistently for quite a while. And this is exactly where Shiba Swap has started. And if we scroll down to their Skynet section, you'll see that we have a number of criteria here which they're being measured against, including static analysis, on-chain monitoring, social sentiment, governance and autonomy, market volatility, and safety assessment. And as you can see, if I go back to Shiba Swap here, Shiba Swap has also been scoring on par in several of the categories, and in some cases even better. For example, in static analysis here, we scored a 98. Whereas the #1 project is currently a 90, and I think there's a few others where we did well. We're about the same at market volatility and And yeah, we're doing well in on-chain monitoring. They scored a 91, whereas we have a 93. So all things considered, we're doing pretty good for the time. So let's have a look at some other news for the day. If you haven't known already, according to the SHIB Informer and also on the Discord server, there have been some new pairs which have been released for the dig function. So in order to provide liquidity, and they are ETH-USD, leash bone, and SHIB bone. And these are their different allocation pairings. Now, an allocation pairing is basically it's the weighting which is going to be given to each of these pairs, and that weighting determines how much of the bone per block, how much of the share of the bone per block it's going to be getting. So technically here, the leash bone pair should be one of the highest ones. In fact, it is the highest one, at least according to this. So in preparation for this, I prepared, just to let you guys know, I prepared a SHIB bone liquidity, and let's just quickly jump over to Shiba Swap and just have a look at how that's going. Okay, we're going to jump here. I'm going to go to Woof because this is where the section is, and this is the new pair which has been created. So currently its APR is doing quite well. I think it's one of the highest at the moment, but that will gradually go down. It was in the tens of thousands, I think, in the first few minutes, but it gradually goes down because a lot of people have been waiting to jump into it. So if I click open, this is that's my current LP which I've deposited. So it has been about 2 hours. In fact, it's been almost 2 hours exactly since I put in liquidity, and looks like every 2 hours I'm generating 4.3 bone, which is pretty good. We're going to see what that turns out to be like as we go. Okay, now if you're interested, let's run a quick simulation on the bone token, since that's the one which is currently being minted, and let's have a look at where my current position is, and let's have a play at and see how things might play out over the next year. So for those of you who are new, this is my bone price calculator, and I use this to run simulations on the price of the tokens within the Shiba Inu ecosystem. I also have a leash calculator and a SHIB calculator, and I'll use it to predict my position and see what my position might be at any given set of circumstances within the market. Usually that just means market cap. And now it's important to note, guys, that even though it is accurate, this calculator is accurate, this is not a financial advice tool. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are highly volatile and speculative. Always do your own due diligence and research. Okay, before we configure this data, let's head over to Shiba Swap and let's see how much bone tokens. So bone is currently priced at $5.34, which is doing a lot better than yesterday. It went down to about $4.28 at one point yesterday. So let's head back to the calculator. Now that we know the price is 533,459. We're gonna get ahead there, so let's just quickly pick that price. So that's that price. Now, in order for us to get the most accurate price, we have to configure the calculator. And just for some background, the price of any cryptocurrency is simply the relationship, or any currency or digital asset. It's simply the relationship between the circulating supply of coins or tokens, and this pretty much means the number of coins or tokens which have been produced and are currently in circulation and available in the market, and the market cap. And market cap is basically the price multiplied by the circulating supply. And you can also say it's the total net volume of purchases and sales, or all transfers in and transfers out of purchase and stuff. They contribute to the market cap. Now let's adjust the circulating supply. Remember, if you read the Wolf paper, Bone token, it will have a maximum supply of 250 million tokens. However, it has only recently started being minted as at the beginning of the liquidity event. So only a portion of this has actually been minted. And if we want to find out exactly how much has been minted, the simplest way is to head over to the current Bone contract. So I'm going to head over to the current Bone contract. So this is it here. I'm going to refresh, Cool. So at the moment, 47 million have been minted, 47.4. So if we head over to our calculator, I'm just going to adjust that. I believe that's probably as close as we'll be able to get. Yep. So 47.5. So now that we've got this, we know that this is our current market cap. I'll put that into July. And as you can see, yep, here we go. We've got our price, 53459, which should match 53439 because the price has moved, but I'm not going to adjust that. So now all I have to do is find out exactly how much bone I've got. Let's quickly do that. I'll just head over and I'm going to add up all the bone which I have got across all the positions. Actually, I don't have a position there. And I think I've got one here. And I've got a position in VXV and X Fund. Okay. First of all, I have woofed some over the past few days, so we'll start off with this one. So I have a total of, what's that? It's about 176. I'll start at the top. And I'm going to add the others, plus 11.8, plus 4.526, plus 3.7 and 3, two 873 18, and then I have one more 2.5. So I think that's how much bone I have, and I have a bit more, which is in the bury function. So I've got 16.6 buried. So that's how much bone I currently have. 243 at the moment. So I'll just jump into here. So my current bone value, if I put that at 243.5. So the current value of the bone which I've yielded in this event so far is 1,300 today. That price is accurate as of this moment. And so I think from here we can have a play. So let's just say that by the end of the liquidity event, if you remember yesterday, we were at about 150 million, and this has jumped up. So let's assume that this is going to double by the end of the event. So let's just say we get a $500 million by the end of the event. I also have to adjust the number of the circulating supply. At the end of the liquidity event, we're going to have about close to 100,000. I'll probably say that much will probably be minted. If the price remains the same, if it remains roughly the same at 5.2, my current bone would probably be this much, but I'm expecting to be at least double, to have at least double the amount of bone at this stage. So I'll probably have 2.5 dollars worth of bone. So let's take it up a notch. So let's see, by the end of the year, if you watch my previous videos, we anticipate that that's when at least half of the supply will be minted. So that's how much will be minted probably by the end of the year. And if we could have a check of the market cap, if we continue growing at about at that rate, let's see where it takes us. Okay, cool. If by December, and I think I'm being really conservative at this, if by December we keep growing at an even rate, by the way guys, this is just a simulation, my 487 bone will probably have 6,925. That'll be the current value yielded. By then, I probably would have pulled out of some of the liquidity pairs, and we'll see what that will be like. In all honesty, I'll probably I'll probably add maybe at least just a minimum of, let's say, 150 bone at that time. So I think I'm being very conservative, as we have seen the price of bone go higher. So at this current projection, at a price of 14 in December, that'll be how much bone I've yielded. Now, I've had some conversations over social media with people who have had various, who are doing really well, and I mean really well, in bone. I think one of you guys requested for 300 a day, so I think someone said that they were making 300 a day, and I'll assume that for I think it was you, Clinton, so if that's the case, then by the end of the liquidity event, you'd be getting 4,200. So let's see where that'll sit you. So at 4,200, by the end of the liquidity event, you should be at 4,200. I will assume that the price, if the price remains the same, actually we know the price is, if the price remains completely the same, right, yours would be 22K. So you would have had a 22K, which is really good. So I hope you'll be happy with that. And let's just see, Clinton, if I'll simulate, I'll take you up to the end of the year when we know that we are going to be, that's going to be our market cap. And if I'm going to try and keep it below 15, keep the price below 15. Okay, if we get to a price of about 16, you'll be looking at a minimum of 70K at these given market conditions. So yeah, cool. So if you guys are interested to see, we can have a play of this. I don't want to make this video too long. I think this sort of tool is probably good for live streaming. I'm not very good at live streaming, so I don't even know what software to use. So if any of you guys are interested in that, we can probably do this on a live stream sometime. I'm very new to this stuff, so if you guys can tell me how I can even set one up, this is probably something which we can do, because a lot of people have been asking for it, but it'll take too much time to create videos. It's better to do it with you guys live. So I hope you've had you've enjoyed that. Let's yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace out.